As you cross the horizon, you see the next destination in your journey to catalog every species of Lythbound, a massive city unlike anything you've ever seen. As you approach, you see the denizens of the magnificent metropolis, the Flyte, an insectoid humanoid species dressed head to toe in finely crafted armor. But something's off. The city is quiet, except for the low hum of the busy people going to and fro like bees jumping from flower to flower. You decide to stop and ask one of the many busy Flyte, and they walk past you as if you weren't even there. So you tap another on the shoulder, and they give you a cold one back. So you check another again, and you shout at that Flyte, which responds quickly after shaking their head, as if leaving a trance. Hello, traveler. Do you need to yell? I'm right here. You click your tongue in dissatisfaction and explain your situation when they respond, oh, that's normal. In our city, think of it like a giant clock. Each of us little cogs turning, helping the others do their job by doing their own. Once a cog is in place, it's hard to stop it from doing its job. We get a little absorbed in our work here. A little is an underestimation, you think to yourself before the Flyte says, sorry, we don't get much visitors here, and I'm a little busy with something. You should probably go to the library and talk to one of the bookie sorts over there. Also, please don't yell in there either. The Flyte pats you on the back and points you in the right direction. Efficiency is one thing, but this is just plain creepy. You think you'll make this library visit a short one. You find the library with little trouble. Efficiency does have its benefits here. The flow of the town is very natural and guides you where you need to go with little effort. The librarian is absorbed much like others, but she seems to be the multitasking sort. You ask her where you can learn more about Flyte, and without breaking the gaze from her book, she points you at a shelf that says, Tourist Must-Reads, and on it lies a singular book, a brief primer on Flyte. Wow, they really don't get much tourism here. Or maybe tourists don't stay long. Well, time for some very light reading. The first part of the book goes into the details about their history. From the moment Flyte and their nation came into creation, they have been busy non-stop building, growing, and expanding their territory. While not hostile or rude to newcomers, they have a bad habit of entirely ignoring many people. The book also mentions that yes, tourists don't tend to stay long. Quotes from many different folks seeming to parrot your thoughts are in the book. That Flyte in their natural environment are uncomfortable to be around. Immediately you feel a sense of shame. You have a lot to learn. May as well start here. The book continues. Flyte are a species of Lythian that are known for their hard work ethic, and their tendency to never stop moving. They're highly adaptable and efficient, and will only stop working long enough for their short sleeps or from full removal from their colony. Unlike most people who are capable of multitasking, the Flyte can only hyper-focus on a singular subject until it's complete, then rapidly move on to the next task. Flyte, like many insects, live in a colony, much like the city you're in, but aren't territorial, often welcoming newcomers, but due to their extreme work ethic, most get bored before becoming too comfy. The main reason anyone visits them is for armor-related transactions. It's not exactly a vacation hotspot, as many non-Flyte find the colony to be more stressful than your standard city. But you learn that should a Flyte ever leave their hive, they relax. Something about the environment must make them want to work their abdomens off. In the next section, you see info on their anatomy, and it's pretty straightforward. They have a chitinous exoskeleton, like most insects, resulting in a segmented-looking body. This exoskeleton offers them a little protection, but most Flytes will be depicted or seen wearing large amounts of armor. Since they're also industrious, most of them can make and design their own armors and can do it with a wide variety of materials. Their posture can vary, as all will stand upright, but their middle set of limbs may either be an additional set of legs or arms, meaning some will have 4 arms and some will have 2 sets of legs. Assisting in their regular subterranean work is their antenna. At the tip of each is a glowing light. These lights can also serve as a form of communication, which can be especially helpful when they're otherwise indisposed with their current labor. Just like their antenna, their abdomen, that's bug for butt, can also glow. In addition to all of that, they have wings and compound eyes. For the final chapter of the book is info on nurse Flyte and babies. Nurses are made for a daintier sort of work, and because of that they will have no exoskeleton and are smooth and soft. They are like this in order to be guardians to baby Flytes by being better at incubating the babies. This softer flesh is so they can be faster and squeeze into small spaces that the babies might run into. This appearance can also work as a defense, as would-be baby snatchers might be surprised that they actually grabbed an adult who can defend themselves with their large scythe-like forearms. After doing the horizontal tango, 2 Flyte will have a baby, and they will look like little slugs with squishy soft bodies, underdeveloped eyes, and little arms. They're incredibly cute, like some sort of alien plushie. They also have wings, and all in all, they're generally defenseless, relying almost entirely on others and a colony to ensure that that they reach adulthood safely. The end of the book is signed in a language you don't recognize. It at least tells you that whoever wrote this book was once a confused newcomer like yourself. Much like the author, you have a newfound respect for these busy bugs, even if their work-life balance could use some tweaking. You spend the next few days in town observing them and their daily life, and you feel much less creeped out. This trance is less like gears in a machine and more like a large group of ballroom dancers. It's almost bad news that you have to leave soon. With the story done, Flyte are original species that belong to the original species game, Lythbound. Unfortunately, this community is no longer active and the game is shut down, but the species is fully open, so if you want to Flyte, then get to work, busy bee. Thanks for watching, and thanks to the supporters who make videos like this possible. You can be a supporter by leaving a super, buying merch, joining the Patreon, subbing on Twitch, or becoming a member. Join the Patreon or members and get your name read aloud during the credits, like Aspirin Artist, Paper, Faye Penguin, Momentary Unicorn, Aurora the Puppy Moth, Sly, Nat, Marius Yeenie, Worm Syrup, Rask, Ver, Beef, Bait, Sly Again, Colorado Blue, Linky, Baxter Bunny, TG Dante, Fusoku, Linky, Splackjack, and Malding Brick. I'll see you all later. I need to go set up giant ant traps. Totally unrelated, I promise.